All right. Welcome to TESPN this evening's broadcast of LIS Girls Volleyball. Got the visiting Collegiate Cougars in the house to face the Trinity Episcopal Titans here at the Estes Athletic Center. Titans have been playing well of late, winning 4 of the last 5. Cougars have a really strong record this year at 7-2, 6-1 in the league. So I'm Rick Hamlin here with Silvio Troy. Silvio,
Hello.
what are you expecting to see here this evening?
I'm expecting a lot to see. From one of the player standpoints, Collegiate does look really good this season. They're doing great this season. They are looking really good in leagues, but we have Caitlin Watkins back. When we played them last, she was not playing in that game, and she is playing now. She's one of our star players. So I think her in this game is going to be definitely a game changer.
Yeah, Caitlin has an energy that is just infectious on the court. I mean, I think you and I both, we're up here doing our best. I don't think either one of us would claim to be volleyball experts, but you can just tell with Caitlin's energy and
Yeah.
body language what she brings to the table. So, going to be looking forward to seeing that today. All right, we've got Miss Gillard here announcing the lineups for each team, so we will stop talking for a minute and let her do her thing.
First up for the Collegiate Cougars, number 3, Maddie Vincent. Number 5, Amelia Chen. Number 6, Parker Bradley. Number 7, Taylor Thompson. Number 8, Andy Mayer. Number 9, Gabby Chen. Number 10, Ellie Thompson. Number 11, Eliza Stone. Number 12, Eva McManus. Number 13, Gala Allen. Number 16, Kyla Coffey. Number 21, Grace Gordon. And number 22, Caroline Zandler. And now for your Trinity Titans. Number 1, Captain Lily Jeanette. Number 2, Charlie Braxton. Number 3, Lady Murray. Number 4, August Gregory. Number 5, Leah Crow. Number 7, Rosalie Taggett. Number 8, and Captain Madeleine Fox. Number 9, Jordan Armstrong. Number 10, Dakota Baldwin. Number 11, Caitlin Watkins. Number 14, Captain Chandler Grant. Number 16, Sarah Brown. And number 17, Campbell Cash. Ladies, have a great match.
All right, so we're about to get going here. Silvio, you and I were here just about 72 hours ago on
Yeah,
Friday
really close.
when the Titans were able to defeat St. Anne's Belfield in a 3-2, really thrilling back
Yeah,
and
what an
forth
amazing
match.
game there.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. And then Saturday, these same ladies went to a tournament. I think it was at Guardian Christian School, I believe, and
I do
they
feel so, yeah.
they went 3-1 on the day Saturday. So they played a lot of volleyball. But the interesting thing to me is, in the first basically 6 weeks of the season, the Titans won 2 matches, and then in about a 24-hour period, they won 4 more.
Yeah.
So they tripled their win total from 2 to 6 in a relatively short space of time. But talking to some of these girls, I think they feel like they're playing their best ball of the year right now.
Yeah.
Certainly, as we talked a lot about on Friday, the return of Lily Jeanette, who missed a lot of the early season, is huge. She provides a lot of leadership. Then Caitlin Watkins,
Yeah.
that energetic spark plug that we talked about a minute ago, was out for several matches with an ankle injury. So this is about as full strength health-wise as they've been. You add in those 4 freshmen who've all played a huge role, and the 4 horse women of the volleyball, Titan volleyball, and this team is feeling good and feeling confident. But the Cougars come out with a nice kill there from Taylor Thompson,
Yeah.
and we know Lily Jeanette is great at digging those out, but even Lily couldn't get to that one. Thompson with the left-handed serve goes into the net, and we are tied at 1 here in the early going, as Jordan Armstrong will check in for Lily Jeanette as she continues in that backline libero role. And Dakota Baldwin with a nice serve. Well dug out by Gracie Gordon. That was a clever attempt by Sarah Brown to find that space in the Cougars' defense, but she hit it just a little too hard and it goes wide to make it 2-1 Collegiate. Nice block by Sarah Brown. Great dig by Lily Jeanette, but Rosalie Tadigan was not quite able to keep it going, and 3-1 Cougars. Earlier in that point, Kyla Coffey had a really nice,
the kill there.
Really nice kill that Sarah Brown did well to block.
Right there, yeah.
And that serve goes long. Looked like Parker Bradley there on the serve for the Cougars. So 3-2, both Titan points have been off of service errors from Collegiate. And that's something that, as we saw Friday, Stab, particularly in the first set, gave away a lot of points to the Titans on service errors, and that's a real key again today. Rosalie Tadigan able to get that one back over. Great point here. Kyla Coffey with the strong, again, spike. Madeleine Fox was able to get a hand on it on the block, but the block goes wide, just had too much pace on it.
Yeah, I mean, great hit by Kyla Coffey there. I think from what we're seeing today than what we saw Tuesday is that the Titans' defense is looking amazing today. They're really able to get up to the net and really starting to block those big hits coming in from the Cougars.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm impressed so far, really, with both teams. As Collegiate for a third time gives a point to it gives a point to the Titans. Sorry, on the serve there, but just from what I'm seeing so far, I mean, Collegiate looks like they maybe have a little bit more weapons than what we even saw from Stab on Friday. So, going to be a big challenge here for the Titans. Caitlin Watkins is able to get her serve in, and ultimately, though, point to the Cougars with Gracie Gordon. And another point for the Cougars there is Caitlin Watkins couldn't quite dig out that serve, and it's now 6-3 here early in set number 1.
Yep. I was looking at Collegiate's roster. It seems they have 2 pairs of sisters on the Collegiate team. I just thought that was really interesting to point out.
Yeah, definitely always fun to play with your siblings. And
talking there, big kill by, I believe, Gabby Chen.
Yeah, so the Cougars able to build a little bit of a gap here, 7-3. And Chen with the serve. August Gregory couldn't dig it out. That's a nice serve by Chen, and it's a 4-0 run for Collegiate. And a little miscommunication there between Watkins and August Gregory. And I think Coach Van Huss going to use a wise early timeout here as Titans look a little out of sorts. 9-3, and even the 3 points Trinity has gotten were all off of service errors. So
I did want to point out that I feel like Coach Van Huss, just from commentating a couple games with him coaching, he's really good at able to read his players. He's able to read the players' emotions. Like, once they make those errors, you keep going down on yourself. So I think, Coach Van Huss not only just taking a strategic timeout, being 6 down, but also looking at his players and making sure they can reset.
Yeah, I agree, and I think that we have to continue to remind ourselves that this is a young team 4 freshmen getting big minutes, a sophomore in Caitlin Watkins who plays almost the whole game, and even juniors Jordan Armstrong and August Gregory, I believe, were JV players as 9th graders. And, of course, their 10th grade year was basically a lost season with the COVID year. So, really, Lily Jeanette and Madeleine Fox are the only 2 players on this team with significant varsity experience coming into the season. Now, obviously, we're now over a dozen games in, so those freshmen have gathered a lot of experience, but still, when you're playing a team as strong as and focused as Collegiate has been coming in, it is a step up in competition level, probably more than what they saw over the weekend. So, good timeout by Coach Van Huss, but ultimately, still the momentum is very much on the side of the Cougars as they add a couple more points. And also, we got to give a lot of credit here to the number 9, Gabby Chen, who has now been on serve for about 6 consecutive points. She's got a good jump serve.
Oh, yeah.
She gets good angle on it. Jordan Armstrong with a nice spike there, yeah. And it was a well-struck ball when it's too much pace even for Lily Jeanette to handle. Caitlin Watkins there tried to roll the ball back to the Cougars and rolled it right into the feet of a teammate. So it's kind of a little bit of a comedy of errors here early going for the Titans. And that's another service error. Yeah, that serve went just long. So a crucial point. And just to get it back on serve for Trinity. So that should make it 12-4 scoreboard, showing 13-3 now, but I think they gave that to the wrong side. And there's number 21, Gracie Gordon again.
Really hitting strong today. We see like a lot of strong players from the Collegiate team. I mean, Gabby Chen, Gracie Gordon, Kayla Coffey, they've all just hit amazing hits and really strong players in general.
Yeah, Cougars look really locked in here early. I still think the scoreboard is off.
Point, yeah.
Nice job there with Madeleine Fox. What a job digging that one out by Gracie Gordon. And, some of these points that the Titans were winning on Friday, they're Collegiate just a little bit better, like we said. So you got to give full credit to the Cougars, off to a great start here. And that's definitely a service error right into the net. And it's going to give Madeleine Fox an opportunity, the senior. She stepped up huge on senior day on Friday, and Titans could definitely use her to put a few points together here. That's a good serve. Deep into the back line. Parker Bradley couldn't quite handle it. Looks like they did get that scoreboard. No, still. Yeah, I still think that it should be 14-6.
Yeah. I think Gabby Chen hit the serve out.
Yeah. All right, the 6 is up now. But we'll let the official scorers handle that. Still a big mountain to climb for Titans anyway you look at it. Again, a little miscommunication. It's not the most fluid first set so far. That's well done by Caitlin Watkins. And Dakota Baldwin just couldn't quite get a hold of it. I like the idea. And as you know, Sylvia, on Friday, we saw Baldwin finishing a lot of those from that left outside hitter position. But she just didn't quite get full contact on it. I think the Titans are just a little bit rock back. You mentioned the body language. Nice serve there from, looks like, I believe, Abby Mayer.
Yeah.
And it increases the Cougars' lead to 17-6. Oh, nice dump by Rosalie Tadigan, but the Cougars able to handle it. Madeleine Fox gets it back over. She did well on that one. And an impressive left-handed
Big hit.
big hit from Taylor Thompson.
Just looking at the game right now, it looks like the Cougars have a lot of left-handed players, which is always nice for volleyball. It changes up, the whole aspect of the spin and the hit, which is.
Yeah, absolutely. Big one from Sarah Brown. Again, just really well handled by Gabby Chen. But Chen couldn't handle that one as Dakota Baldwin really did a nice job, very deceptive with where she was going to go with that ball. Good point for the Titans.
Yep.
Serve sneaks over. Well done by Lily Jeanette, but that does end up floating out. Kyla Coffey, again, you just see she's got a lot of pace on her shots. Really plays above the net. Good job by Fox. Coffey goes with the finesse on that one. And it's up to 21-7.
Especially it seems that the Cougars were able to take away a big momentum when Gabby Chen was serving, just able to take this set by a landfall right now.
Yeah. Good shot by Sarah Brown. And that's going to ultimately lead to a point as the Cougars not able to get that one back over. So 21-8. I think, it's going to take basically a miracle to come back in this set. But best of 5, in this, there's another point for the Titans with Dakota Baldwin. I think if the Titans can even just build some confidence here, maybe get it up to around 15 to 17 points in this set, that's just going to remind them that they can compete. And, that's what this young team needs right now. But those service errors are not going to help them get back into it. Just can't afford to be giving away free points, although Baldwin is definitely one of the strongest servers on the team. And speaking of those free points, Titans get one there on the service error by the Cougars' number 6, Parker Bradley. And Campbell Cash back into the game. She made a brief appearance earlier. Cash came in for that serve and did put it into the net. And it's going to be another timeout. Coach Van Huss going to go ahead and use it before he loses it here, that second timeout in the first set. So 23-10. And if I'm Coach Van Huss right now, I think I'd be probably sending the message like I just said to you, Silvio, of, look, guys, realistically, are we going to reel off 15 straight points and win this set? Probably not, but we just need to start playing well, playing with confidence. Some of the just simple fundamentals that we saw these girls execute on Friday against Stab just is a little bit escaping them right now. They look a little bit shaken. Just I think they came into this match confident. We talked to some of the players today, and then getting behind, what was it? I guess the 13-3 right off the bat really shook the confidence, shook the confidence of this group. So still a marathon, plenty of time to build back up, and just. I know it's hard to show a lot of energy when you're this far behind, but I just thought their energy Friday night was more positive and just the body language we talked about that Friday was so good, and right now it's not that good. But there's a point, and you even see right off of that, like that was probably the most enthusiasm and excitement that the Titans have shown the whole first set on gaining that point.
I think, as you said, like, the Titans really want here to, they're not going to, realistically, they're not going to win the set, but realistically, they could get up to the 15, 16, 17. And that's just a big mental kind of game.
Yeah.
But
Caitlin Watkins really got that momentum flowing on that one, and it flowed right across the inline and then some. All right, so Gabby Chen, who had that great service earlier, and she's going to close out the first set, or at least on her serve. So 25-11. That first set, frankly, kind of flew by. Titans struggled, as we talked about. Just couldn't ever quite get a foothold in the first set.
Yeah.
A lot of credit to Collegiate. They look ready. They look prepared.
They're looking like that team that's 7-2.
Yeah, exactly. And just looking at some of the recent results for the Cougars, they come in on looks like a 6-game winning streak. They have not suffered a defeat in almost a month.
They even lost a set.
Yeah, so I mean, they did have a close one on Friday with Fredericksburg Christian winning 3-2. But in this recent performances, 6 straight wins. So you can tell they look confident, they look relaxed, and they've come in here ready to add to that winning streak and try and get it up to 7.
Yeah.
And looking at some other scores from Titan Athletics today, field hockey was able to get a 7-0 win over St. Gertrude.
I know that was a very close game last time they played them, so nice to see field hockey being able to win that.
Yeah, so they continue their winning ways, and we will be out at field hockey a week from now, next Tuesday, as they play these very same Collegiate Cougars, who they had a great match against last week, and the Titans were able to go over to Collegiate and pull out a tight 2-0 win. So looking forward to seeing them a week from today back in Aycock Stadium. And then boys soccer just took a 1-0 lead against Covenant. So still some time left in that one. They were a little late getting started, but Titans lead 1-0 on a Quinn Slayball penalty kick. So we'll keep abreast of what's going on over on the soccer field. All right, back here at Estes, getting ready to start set number 2.
Definitely sees that just looking at like both teams, both energies are very high, which is always nice to have, especially as a Titan, as the Titans are on the field, losing a set, losing points in the first anything really brings down your mental, but it doesn't seem to affecting the volleyball team right now, which is always amazing as a sport player or just in general.
Yeah. You'll hear me anytime you watch any of these broadcasts, you'll hear me talk about just the impact of body language. I just am such a big believer, even when things aren't going your way, if you have that shoulders up, head up, just ready to compete, it sends a signal to your teammates that you're here for it.
Yeah.
I think it sends a signal to the opponent that it's not going to be easy and takes a little bit of their comfort away and gives them a little anxiety. So even sometimes you have to fake it till you make it, and just look like you're confident, look like you're ready for battle, metaphorically speaking. And I think you are seeing improved body language from the Titans. Lily Jeanette getting everybody fired up. Her leadership is something that continues to impress us.
Starting off the second set, we have Taylor Thompson. I believe she had for the Cougars, I believe she had a good 3-point lead with her serve.
Yeah, and she gets this one started with an ace. Really well placed serve by Taylor Thompson.
Yeah.
that left-handed serve, always a little bit different reading that one coming off the hand as the Titans are able to return. And Ava McManus, who I believe didn't get a ton of first set action, but she went for a strong kill there and was a little too strong with it as it goes out of bounds long. And Rosalie Tadigan, another lefty, great serve, really snuck up on Abby Mayer, and that is going to give the Titans a 2-1 lead here in the second set.
Yeah. I believe we talked a lot about having the first lead on Friday, as it was so crucial as the lead was almost never broken on Friday. So having the lead early on is really nice, just for energy and further on.
Yeah, I definitely think it's easier to play from ahead. That's a really good effort there by Madeleine Fox. She just couldn't quite get to it, and that lead is gone for now as it's back to 2-2. And Caroline Zandler is going to step up and serve for Collegiate. And say a rare error by Lily Jeanette there is serve was not too pacey, but Lily just couldn't quite direct it where she wanted it to go. So a service winner for Zandler, and she'll step back up and try and do it again. Oh, that is a great serve.
Yeah.
She really found that soft spot in the Titan defense. Lily Jeanette tried to get down on it, but that was in a perfect placement on the court. Here comes Zandler again. She's really mixing up that serve. But a good job by Dakota Ball when to get it back, and this point is on. Oh, that was just a little wide from Caitlin Watkins. She really got the angle right.
Yeah.
Really, she put it in a place where Cougars were not going to have a chance to get it, but just a little bit wide.
Yeah.
The officials were right on that one.
I do want to say like both teams like to have a really good outside here with Gabby Chen for the Cougars and Caitlin Watkins for the Titans. And both those players are going to be really fun to look at while they play this game today.
Yeah, definitely. Good job there by Watkins. Good job there by Chen. The two players you just mentioned going back and forth right now. And great dig by Lily Jeanette. But
an amazing hit by Taylor Thompson there. I mean,
yeah, Taylor Thompson with that left hand really got up, and she was flying on that one. Sarah Brown does well. Cougars do a nice job keeping it alive, but ultimately it does go out. And that's a point for the Titans, and I think that you still see the positive body language continue. Yeah. And another good serve by Dakota Baldwin, and 6-4. Titans very much in it here in set number 2.
Another really good serve by Dakota there.
Yep. Cougars are able to get this one back. Nice job by Sarah Brown. And that's 3 straight points for the Titans. Sarah Brown, a really good effort on that one. And back to 6-5.
Yeah. Well, it's a really good credit to Dakota Ball and really finding an opening to just mix up Cougars' lineup there and not being able to return Campbell's hit.
Oh, good job by Rose to get down on that one. Good communication, and Baldwin plays it deep to their back line. Oh, really haven't seen that one before. And that is going to be a double hit by the Titans and a point over to Collegiate. So number 21 there, Gracie Gordon. It looked like she was skying.
Looks like a Mario jump there.
Yeah. She was going to go with, I guess, like the right-handed spike, and then she ended up going with a left-handed punch.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool looking. Good serve there by Elle Thompson.
Yeah, Lee Thompson there.
And going to be a timeout. I think, again,
by Coach Van Huss there.
Coach Van Huss wanted to get it get that momentum, just stop before it gets away from him here. 8-5, still very much in it in set number 2. Silvio, so far we're about, I guess from a collegiate standpoint at least, about a third of the way toward the goal of 25 points here in the second set.
Yeah.
What are some things you've noticed from set 1 to set 2?
For Collegiate,
Yeah.
I think that they've also keep their their body maintain energy up. They're
Mhm.
looking strong. It definitely looks like they've had a lot of back-to-backs with some of their like really big hitters. Gabby Chen, she's proven herself a lot tonight, as well as Caroline Daniel. She's had some really good hits. I mean, as well as like Taylor Thompson. Those three just look really good tonight, and I think that's what's really keeping them up in the score.
Yeah, I definitely have been impressed with their depth. There comes Jordan Armstrong. She's been out for a little while there and sent that one long. Jordan Armstrong had a fantastic game here on Friday against Stab. Kaylin Watkins with another big hit that goes just a little long, and Kaylin's had several of those that she made really good contact, but they were just a little too much, a little too long, a little too wide. The Cougars also doing a good job cleaning up their serve.
Yeah.
Had a number of service errors in that first set, but I think just one here in the second set so far.
Yeah.
And Thompson back to it. And Sarah Brown's shot goes just a little bit wide. Yeah, so one thing we saw on Friday was both the Titans and Stab, but particularly Trinity, did a phenomenal job out of pretty much every time they called a timeout, they would come back out and get the next point. And now we've seen, as that also goes long by Brown, we've seen 3 timeouts used thus far by Coach Van Huss, and each time it has not been able to stem the Cougars' momentum. And I just think that mentally that gives a huge edge to Collegiate. And when you use those timeouts but aren't able to stop the flow from your opponent, that it just makes it tough to get where you want to go and get that confidence. But Titans do get a point there as that serve by Thompson went wide. And Campbell Cash came in for that serve and put it in the net. So that's twice that Cash has subbed in to serve. Clearly that's a weapon, but it's also tough coming in cold off the bench in a game like this against such a strong opponent. And now Gabby Dunn with the serve. Last time we saw her serving in the first set, I believe her first time around, I think that had 6 points at least, and then also she closed out the set on her serve. And it's up to 15-6. Good job by August Gregory. And Titans were well positioned for a good block there, but just too much on it from Gracie Gordon. As we see the Cougars expand that lead up to 16-6. It's a good shot by Watkins. But Gordon able to get it back over. What a save by Jeanette to dig that out and keep it alive. And a point for the Titans, and that's a well-deserved point. Lily Jeanette with another incredible one-handed dig. We'll remind viewers, if you weren't with us on Friday, I don't think we've mentioned it tonight, that Lily is playing through an injured right shoulder. Wears that sling around school, although I think she didn't have it on today, so that might be a good sign that she's starting to heal up, but still, she's very much not 100% and expected to have surgery at season's end. That was a nice serve by Caitlin Watkins. I didn't think it was going to make it over, but well handled by the Cougars, and Gracie Gordon with the winner, and she's going to now serve it at 17-7. That was a really well-placed shot by Gordon.
Oh, yeah. Faked out, I believe, Caitlin Watkins there. I believe that ball was going out.
Now 18-7, and the Cougars well positioned to expand this lead to 2 sets to none here, but they do give one away there as Gordon went with the jump serve and found the top of the net. And Dakota Baldwin going to check back in. Lily Jeanette going to get a break.
Jordan Armstrong serving. I always love watching her serve. She's a very powerful serve. One of the bigger weapons of hers.
Yeah, she's elects to stay on the ground this time. Sometimes she goes with that jump serve, but still was a good serve and a nice job there by Armstrong to get it back over. Fox gets it back over, and it's another point for the Titans. That was an exciting point that went back and forth.
Yeah.
But a great job by Jordan Armstrong, not just to get her first serve in, but that ball came back hard to her, and she just kind of blocked it back over.
And Rosalie Tadigan was able to get the final touch there.
Good serve by Armstrong there. Gracie Gordon, who's been a really impressive player this whole game for the Cougars, couldn't handle that one.
Yeah.
And Titans now with 3 consecutive points, chipping away at that lead. And an ace for Jordan Armstrong. So she's
3 points.
3 straight points on her serve, plus the 4 points counting the previous one where Lily Jeanette was able to dig that one out. So the momentum shifting back to the Titans here.
If you were, collegiate coach Rose White, would you be interested in calling a timeout soon?
I think if Trinity wins this point, I think I would call a timeout. Will that happen though? Cougars a little bit in control of the point now.
Yeah.
But they play it out long as it was Taylor Thompson going along with it. Coach White does stand up, stopping short of calling a timeout thus far, but definitely making her voice heard. It's the first time I think I've seen her get out of her seat.
Yeah.
Other than stoppages in play, timeouts, and set breaks. And I definitely think she will call a timeout if they don't win this point, but they do. The Cougars do win this point, and
Jordan Armstrong with the roll there with her serves, really bringing back the momentum and just for the Trinity.
Yeah, I mean it's still a pretty big hill to climb, but the Titans are in it, in large part thanks to that great run of serving by Jordan Armstrong. So 19-12 now. Oh, that one does pop over, and Madeleine Fox tried to redirect there and went with a tricky angle and ultimately it made its way over to the scorer's table where I believe one of the collegiate managers caught it. Oh, another serve just inches over. Great job by Rosalie Tadigan. Great dump. Really been impressed with Rose every time we've gotten a chance to see these guys this season. Just at 5'5", but she's still able to get balls over the net and then does a great job as that setter, assisting some of the taller, more explosive players, and just a freshman. So that was a nice shot by a collegiate freshman, Ava McManus. And I was looking at the grades for the Cougars players, and they do have several seniors, but also some strong younger players. Gabby Chen, a junior, and Kyla Coffey, just a sophomore. Gracie Gordon, just a sophomore, as well as McManus, who had that point just a minute ago, and now added on to by Taylor Thompson. She is a junior, the left-hander. Good serve by Thompson. Lily Jeanette is able to keep it alive. Dakota Baldwin plays it over. Caitlin Watkins digs it. And Sarah Brown's shot is just inside the line.
That was on the line, actually.
Yeah, that was just painted that line for a massive point. Great shot by Brown. She found a gap in the Cougars' defense, which has been so strong. And that was pretty much a must-have with the Cougars already up to 22 here in the second set. But we'll see if Rosalie Tadigan can string a few points together here. Good deep serve by her. Remarkable job by Collegiate. Yeah. Oh, what a shot by Caitlin Watkins, though.
Big kill there.
That was a huge kill. What a point. I mean, good serve by Rose. incredible play by Abby Mayer to keep it alive all the way from the wall, pretty much. And then I think it was Thompson that ended up getting it over. But Caitlin Watkins put it away. Big time shot from Caitlin. And a great block from Caitlin. But Cougars keep it alive. And no blocking that one, as Gabby Chen was able to really change the angle.
Yeah.
Got a little bit of a fortunate bounce off the top of that net. And now at 23-15, 2 points away from a 2-set lead, Caroline Zandler. And that's a service winner from Zandler, and she will have set point now on that right hand. Oh, what a little dink over by Gabby Chen, and that is it for set number 2. Couldn't tell if the Cougars knew the set was over there. They looked like they were getting back in position, but a 2-0 lead for Collegiate. That set a little bit stronger from the Titans. Definitely provided more resistance, but at 2 sets down, if the Titans aren't able to pull out this third set and change something, this match is going to be over pretty soon. So let's talk about it. What can they change? I mean, is it just a situation where Collegiate on the evening is just too strong, or like we said, I think the first set Trinity had 10 points.
Yeah, 10.
15 second set. So what are things that they can try and do to build on it and hopefully make it even closer, or ideally, win that third set and extend this match?
I think, as you always say, keeping your enthusiasm up, your body up, that's a big counterpoint. But I think, the Cougars are playing very strong today. They have power hitters. They've stopped their service errors. They barely had any the second set.
Yeah.
And I think the Trinity was really counting on that for, momentum leads, as well as we haven't really seen momentum changes by the Trinity Titans. We, on Friday, we had a lot of timeouts, which was a very big deal in changing momentum. The Cougars haven't even had a timeout yet.
Yeah.
So maybe if the Titans are really able to pull away with the momentum change, getting the Cougars down in spirit, maybe that could maybe help them.
Yeah,
with the third set here.
I definitely think they're going to need to get off to a better start here in this third set. I mean, the first set was practically over by the halfway point as the Cougars took a 13-3 lead. Second set, Titans hung around much longer before the Collegiate did string together a pretty big run about midway through to extend that lead. But I agree. I think it's just going to require digging deep. You've seen in certain points that they can certainly hang with them. Definitely just an overall different energy in the gym tonight compared to Friday. Just was a much bigger crowd on senior night, and a really determined Titan team that just refused to lose. But I also think Collegiate is better. I mean, again, I would never claim to be an expert in volleyball, but I've watched more sports than I would care to admit in my life. And as my wife can tell you, I watch a lot of sports. And you can just, game respects game. You can tell a quality team when you see it.
Yeah.
And this Collegiate team is good. They don't really have any weak links. They play well together. They seem really well coached and well coordinated in what they're trying to do. And they seem deeper than a lot of the teams we've seen previously. Some teams when you get past that starting lineup, there's a drop off, but haven't really noticed much of a drop off here from the Cougars. So,
you
tough.
see a lot of good teams here coming out, maybe a little too cocky with that really good record, but I mean the Cougars have, kept up. They haven't slacked. They haven't, shown any quote unquote weakness yet. They're playing like they're behind, which is always, something to do. They haven't stopped their momentum.
Yeah, for sure. So we do see some good positive energy coming from the Titans off the bat. Can they get a lead to start set 3? They can. Sarah Brown, great shot, great kill. And Titans do take the lead. And just in, we have a final from soccer. Trinity Episcopal 1, Covenant 0. So the Titans unbeaten streak in soccer continues for the boys, as that's 6 straight without a loss, 5 wins and a draw. So great job for boys soccer. Let's see if the volleyball girls can get their winning ways going again here. Great job by Madeleine Fox. This is one of the better points we've seen. Good idea by Dakota Baldwin, but just a little too much on it, and it did sail long to make it 1-1.
Like the ball went on a little adventure over there in the corner.
Yeah, that ball definitely kind of, I think, made its way under the bleachers for a minute. So Cougars retrieve it. And good job there. Oh, Gabby Chen, really impressive. She has been, I think, as effective as anybody on the court today. Also a nice assist by Caroline Zandler.
Yeah.
And Abby Mayer serving it. Got an official timeout to, looks like check the ball. Might be a little low.
I
Or
think maybe that they were making sure it's the right ball.
yeah,
Maybe went
I think
under
they were
the-
confirming it was a game ball.
Maybe
as-
under the bleachers.
Yeah.
Might have picked up a practice ball by
what did they
mistake.
think Abby Mayer was going to pull a little switcheroo there? I don't know, but we have confirmed it was the game ball. And Leah Crow going to check in for the Titans, I believe, for the first time today.
I don't think she played Friday either. So nice seeing
Yeah,
one of the younger
Yeah.
players getting some game time.
yeah, Leah, sophomore, who is also in her first year of varsity. As Madeleine Fox gets a quick break. Great job by Lily Jeanette to dig that out and then get it over. And that shot goes wide by Ava McManus. Lily Jeanette, really the key player on that point.
Yeah.
And now she'll check out as Jordan Armstrong comes in. We know soccer must for sure confirm be over, because we see trainer Mark Hall, who's been out there at soccer, has made his way into the gym. And couldn't have been much daylight left by the end of that one. Great job by Leah Crow. Then I think just a little miscommunication.
Yeah.
But you see just Leah, you saw her young teammates excited that she was able to get in on the action, and she made a good dig. But it came to nothing. Oh, great job by freshman to freshman, but also well done by Collegiate to keep it alive. Lily Jeanette,
Amazing
phenomenal
dig there.
dig. Nobody can do that as well as she can. That defensive play. Oh, there's a punch from Caroline Zandler. A great block by, I think that was from number 12, Ava McManus. As again, you see the Cougars going deeper into their bench. Some of the starters like Gordon and Coffey getting a break. Oh, good shot by Jordan Armstrong. 10 puts it wide. She's been so impressive today,
Yeah.
but not able to connect with that one. And 5-3.
I think she saw an opening down for a straight shot, but she wasn't able to pull that one off.
Yeah, went with that look down the line, but didn't quite make it happen. And Madeleine Fox coming back for Leah Crow. Leah gave some good energy there. Coaches, you can tell, were proud of her getting some key varsity experience under her belt. And nice serve there.
By Campbell
by-
Cash.
Yeah, Campbell Cash, who's come in as a serving specialist. Fox a little bit long with it, and Campbell Cash will check back out, but that was a really nice serve
Yeah.
by Campbell, her best serve of the day. August Gregory coming in for her defensive prowess. And I was talking to August after the Stab game on Friday and commented to her how instinctive she is in terms of finding the ball as she finds it there. And she credited her soccer playing for her movement on the court. So that was nice to hear. As her soccer coach, it was nice for me to hear how soccer pays off in volleyball. But that shot did go long, and it's now 7-3 Cougars. And I really think that this is crucial time in the game for the Titans not to let this thing get much further past them. And that was a nice block. Can't tell if that was Watkins, Fox, or a combination of both, but they did a great job.
Yeah.
I have a feeling Watkins at least definitely got something on it because she has that.
She's very hype after that
Yes,
one.
she gets in great spirits when she contributes, which you just love to see the joy that she plays with, and now she's going to get to serve it. Goes to that left-handed jump serve. It's a good serve. And another good block. Fox was definitely in on that one. That was almost a replay of the previous point. And we just called for at 7-3 the Titans to make sure the lead of Collegiate didn't get any bigger, and sure enough, 2 straight excellent points for the Titans. Now 7-5. Collegiate leads 2-0. Good deep serve by Watkins there. Oh, nice shot by Zandler, but Watkins keeps it alive. And a good spike by Watkins, but now Cougars keep it alive. Lily Jeanette had to move Watkins out of the way. Nice job by Jordan Armstrong, and this is developing into quite a rally. Here's Coffey back. Coffey reminded everyone of her presence on the court. She had been out for a while, but she came back with a bang. That was an
amazing kill.
Yeah, that really got her teammates super excited as well.
So we have Gabby Chen up serving. Her serves have just led to momentum and really good.
Her serves have been a big problem all day for the Titans. And Lily Jeanette gets that one over, but Coffey with yet another kill, and you can see the Cougars able to get that lead back up to 4. And I think from Trinity's standpoint, the sooner they can get Gabby Chen off that service line, the better. And Jordan Armstrong's spike goes long, and now it's going to be Chandler Grant checking in for the first time today. Senior Chandler Grant coming in for Jordan Armstrong. We saw Chandler get some minutes on Friday on her senior night, and good to see her back out there as Chen continues to serve. And that block, ball still in play. Madeleine Fox goes to the left. Good block by Coffey. It's been an exciting point. There's Amelia Chen. You mentioned those sisters earlier. Kept alive by Jeanette. And Fox. That looked to be going long, but Collegiate kept it in play. What a point.
Really good rally by both sides. And
ultimately the point, it's a double. So big point for the Titans. I mean, that point lasted probably about as long as any point we've seen yet. And ultimately, that double gives it over to Trinity. So Chandler Grant will check back out. She made a quick appearance, but it led to a point.
Very nice long point.
Yeah,
there.
very nice long point. And perhaps most importantly, Gabby Chen is now through serving for a while. So she's been the most effective server for either team today. And the most effective server probably for the Titans has been Jordan Armstrong. I believe Titans are able to string together, I think, 4 points the last time she served, and now
Rose
she's
has
back
also
on.
gotten some really good serves as well. Make it a 3-point deficit.
Yes. Oh, Sylvia,
Love
my
that
man, you are learning each and every time we're together. You've been practicing that word, haven't you?
Of course,
in front of the mirror. Deficit. All right, well, let's see if they can cut it to a 2-point deficit. Nope, gonna be a 4-point deficit.
It's an amazing kill there by Caroline Zander.
Yeah, that was really nice. Another freshman for the Cougars, so they look to be well stocked with young talent, just like Trinity is. So this is going to be a rivalry to watch for years to come, with each team playing a lot of freshmen and sophomores getting big minutes out there. And here's the freshman Zandler. And a rare error by August Gregory. I feel like August pretty much is super consistent, always is able to return it to a teammate. But that one got away from her into the net. What a block. Madeleine Fox and Dakota Baldwin combined for that block on Coffey, who's got such a pacey,
I do believe
big-time spike.
The ball didn't even go over the net there. I think it was a little mishap by the setter there.
Yeah.
Wasn't able to get it over the net.
Gotcha. And then someone kicked the ball over into the back of Dakota. It was an accident, but it wasn't a great look after losing the point for the Collegiate player to kick it. But that was a great play by Collegiate. Sarah Brown, I like her potential as a freshman,
Right.
5'10". Amelia Chen. There's Sarah Brown. Zandler keeps it alive. Oh, great job by Fox to
Yeah.
dig that one out on the Parker Bradley spike. And Thompson and Bradley, another save by Legionette. What an epic point this has been. Caitlin Watkins gets it over. And finally, that point does go to Collegiate. Parker
Parker
Bradley.
Bradley, finally, I think third time was the charm for her.
Yeah.
Would have finally get that one in.
Yeah, that was a great point, and it's going to give Ava McManus, another freshman, a chance to check back in for Collegiate, and also Maddie Vincent. Maddie Vincent, I should say. She's a senior serving now for the Cougars. Good set by Rose, but Sarah Brown's shot goes just wide, and it's now 14-8. This is the biggest deficit we've seen the Titans face here in the third set. And Coach Van Hustel has both timeouts for this set available. Good serve by Vincent.
Oh, yeah.
Great block. In fact, Rosalie Tadig in
Yeah.
there. Sarah Brown in on it as well. And that's going to make it 14-9.
Yeah.
The score went on the wrong side there, as should be 14-9 instead of 15-8.
Yeah, I think they fixed it. Maybe fixed it.
Well. Ooh. Yeah, I don't know that they ever took that point away from Collegiate, but the official is working through it. I think they're going to get it corrected, and I think they have
Yeah.
now at 15-9. Now it's back to
39.
Yeah, it should be 15-9. I'm
Yep.
99% sure. Cougars are going to be subbing once play resumes, with Abby Mayer checking back in for Amelia Chen, as the sophomore will come in for the freshman. Well, while we have this little break in the action as they get the scoreboard straight, they could just ask Jeffrey Bell up here. I guarantee he knows the score, but and I'm positive it's 15-9. Should we just yell down to him? Just let him know. No, I'll let them figure it out. They need to do their job. That's the only way they're going to learn. No, but I was just going to say, while we have this little break, just want to remind our viewers of upcoming events on TESPN.
Yeah.
Thursday, it is back. We'll be back at soccer as the boys soccer team plays Christchurch, looking to extend what is currently a 6-game unbeaten streak. And then Saturday, football. It's been 5 weeks since we last had a home game. So,
especially a broadcast home game at least.
Yeah, exactly. So football will be welcoming Fork Union. Yeah, Fuma coming to town, and it's been 3 weeks since football played at all. But yeah, it's the last home game was the only home game, in fact, that we've had here on campus.
Was
versus Collegiate. 37-0 win for the
there was
Titans back on September 11th.
Yeah.
So we're now, what is today, October 12th?
October 12th.
So it's been over a month since we've seen the Titans on the gridiron.
Did they get that fixed? I don't know. I guess they're going to go with 9-14.
They're going to go with 9-14, and, I'm pretty convinced that that's wrong. And if the Titans come back and win this set, Cougars might have an argument to be made. But meanwhile, it's now 14-10.
Yeah.
I think that long break in the action couldn't have helped Abby Mayer in terms of just her momentum and rhythm.
It's basically what a timeout does. But
yep, exactly.
Titans are able to get away with that one.
Yeah, good serve by Baldwin. And Gabby Chen is It's really strong. Another big shot by her that Titans weren't able to handle. She just has a real presence. She kind of does it all out there too.
Oh yeah.
Her great serve. She's had some great digs, some great
I've seen her
assists.
be a
and
really good leader for her team as well.
yeah,
Just,
absolutely,
watching her.
absolutely. I could totally agree. I think you can just see her leadership. I don't know if she's a captain, but I bet you she is.
Don't know,
Certainly conducts herself as one. All right, that serve goes long. So Titans are still very much in it. 16-11 here in this third set. And Campbell Cash going to come back in. We saw her have an excellent serve.
Yeah.
At the last
I believe it's Titans,
opportunity.
swing server, so
Yeah.
see what she can do.
See what she can do. Ultimately, the Cougars won that point thanks to some great shot making, but goes with the jump serve. She's got a lot of depth on it. Parker Bradley was able to keep it alive, and Gabby Chen with a rare error it was a difficult shot for sure. It was difficult if Chen couldn't execute it because she has been
on fire tonight.
Yeah, she's been really strong. All right, so good for Campbell Cash getting a service point under her belt, and she's going to come with it again. Great job by Rose Lee Tadigan, and that one crossed over into Cougar land, and going to be a point for Collegiate. Jordan Armstrong tried to keep it alive, but wasn't able. And then August Gregory checking back in for Campbell Cash, and then the Cougars have a couple subs coming. Elle Thompson coming back in. She's had some good serves. She'll be serving, and then also Kyla Coffey, who's been a really impressive
tonight,
presence by the net with her height, the 5'9" sophomore. Good shot by Lily Jeanette. She really had a nice finesse shot there. Got it over Chen, but Parker Bradley unable to return that ball. So 17-13. It's kind of gone right between 4 to 6 points, pretty much almost this whole set. Titans got to make a run here, though, or this thing's going to be over soon. That's a heck of a serve by Caitlin Watkins. Titan bench getting excited. And Collegiate still, as you mentioned a while ago, they've still yet to call a timeout today. Yeah. Their coach is up again, Coach White, and I wonder if Titans get this point, if she might use the timeout. And the Titans are going to get this point. So they're back within 2 at 17-15. I think you're going to see her call a timeout.
No, I think she's
she's right on the edge of the court, positioning people. She's up. She's showing a little concern, but not calling a timeout just yet. And Watkins had a couple great serves, but that one didn't make it over. And now 18-15, and bad news for Trinity. You know what the bad news is, Silvio?
What's the bad news? Gabby Chen up to serve.
Gabby Chen at the serve. That's been several points each and every opportunity she's gotten. She has put points on the board, and there's another one. Caitlin Watkins just couldn't handle that. And now 19-15, the Cougars just 6 points away from running their winning streak up to 7. Another good serve by Gabby Chen.
Yeah.
It also just looked like she has some pace, she has some disguise, she has some spin.
I mean, as we talk, I believe she's left-handed as well. I know my left and right.
I'm not sure you do.
I don't think I do either.
I think she's right-handed, but that's okay, so yeah. All right, that one Lily Jeanette was able to handle. Nice job on Madeleine Fox. And I tell you, holding Chen to just 2 points on her serve is almost a win, really, for the Titans. Because previously, every time she served, it's been 5, 6, 7 points.
Now, what's in trouble for the Cougars? We have.
Yeah, Jordan Armstrong with the serve. If she could put together 3 or 4 in a row, as we've seen her do, then Titans still very much in this third set. Chin to chin there, and it was long. Gabby Chen played it over to Amelia Chen. Guessing they are sisters. And Amelia's shot goes long, so Titans back within 3. Already have put more points together here in the third set than they did in either the first or second. No jump serve there from Armstrong, but a good serve, a really good serve that L. Thompson was not able to handle as another one of those sister connections with Taylor and L. Thompson out there for the Cougars. And Titans back within 2, 20-18. Big point here for Armstrong. Another good serve. And that shot was just wide. And that was Caroline Zandler going up the line.
Maybe,
now we're going to see a timeout call
right there
by Coach White from Collegiate. So this third set, it's 20-19. Cougars just hanging on to a 1-point lead. That lead was as many as 6 on a couple occasions.
Mr. Chandler, I want to ask you now, as a coach, you know, you're down 2-0, you're down in the set, and the other team called a timeout. What are you telling your players in this situation here?
Well, I'm telling them that we're right in this. It's going to require us coming back. We got to get this next point, get it even, take the lead in this third set, and then anything's possible. If we can win this third set, you know, teams come back in this sport, or also tennis, which you know can be a best of 5 set sport. Teams come back from 2-0 deficit all the time, or even, you know, in a 5-game series like we're seeing in baseball right now in the division series. Like just because it's 2-0, you are always alive until it is over. And so, especially with this relatively young team, just telling them we've got the momentum.
Yeah.
We just got to get this next point, continue to chip away 1 point at a time, and we can still win this, guys. That would be my message. It's a really good serve, and it goes out, and the Titans have come all the way back from a 6-point deficit. We called for a run on Jordan Armstrong's serve, and sure enough, we've gotten it. As Armstrong has put together some really nice serves. I mean, the Cougars haven't been able to get a decent return on any of the last 3 points.
Like a sister swap there for the Cougars. Helly is going out for Taylor there.
Yeah, and it goes right to the sub, Taylor Thompson, and she couldn't handle it. And now the Titans have taken the lead here in the third set, 21-20. Coach White, that was the first time out she's used all day. I'm sure she hoped that it would break the momentum that Jordan Armstrong has been able to give the Titans on serve here, but it has not, as she's come back out of that timeout with 2 more points. And doing all this with Lily Jeanette on the bench. Another good serve. Well dug out there by Zandler. Good dump by Rosalie Taddig and Gabby Dunn getting involved to Amelia Dunn. August Gregory keeps it alive. Rose keeps it alive. Oh, good shot by Madeleine Fox. This is quite a point. And a little miscommunication for the Cougars there. We haven't seen that from them really all day.
I don't think we've seen any miscommunication. I think the only errors the Cougars have made has been service errors. And I think, you know, is that, as a Titan, as one of the players on the Titan team, are you thinking they're down, they're breaking,
Yeah.
This is our chance, this is our moment.
Absolutely. Well, now you're 3 points away from making this 2-1, and at 2-1 down, I mean, you're right in it.
Yeah.
They can just get there, but still need those 3 points. This is huge, and it
that looked like
is
a line.
It caught the line. Cougars don't like the call, but and the official has.
Oh, that's it.
Thought he changed the call. No.
He
said when he pointed at himself, I thought he was saying my bad, but he's saying no. I saw it. I got it. And I'm just gonna take a quick look here at that last serve. As Sylvia, you stay focused on this one. Yeah, I couldn't tell, but official said it called the line. Titans now just 2 points away from the set, and that is also caught the line.
Yeah.
And
I mean, I want to give, for that play at least, Rosalie Taddig in there with a really good save, and then I think that was Baldwin that was able to get that on the line barely.
Yeah, great shot by Baldwin. They're just 1 point away from cutting into this and making it 2-1, and timeout from Collegiate. So Coach White went the entire match, didn't use a single timeout, and now she's used 2 timeouts in the last 6 points. Really great credit for Trinity to dig out of this hole and take the lead and be 1 point away from winning the third set. Even I will say on that timeout, to be fair, the previous timeout I was paying more attention to the Titans huddle, but that time really looking at Collegiate, they looked more just serious than they did before. I think even at the last time out there, they thought, we got this. We've led the whole way in every set. We pretty much controlled every set. You can see in their body language now, they're like, ooh, we're in a fight now.
Yeah.
And Jordan Armstrong trying to close it out, take a little bit off that serve. And that's it. What a finish. Set number 3.
Jordan Armstrong, yeah. I mean, that might just put her player of the match there. I mean, thinking, what was that? I mean,
I think that was 9.
8, 9?
At least 8, but 8 or 9 points straight by Armstrong's serve. And like we talked about, I mean, it was as much as a 6-point deficit earlier in that third set. I think we thought this match was probably going to be over
Probably
soon.
going to be over soon,
But huge credit to the Titans. Yeah. They're back in it at 2-1 down. And I will say that if you look over at the championship banners, you'll see volleyball just the one time in 2011, and I was at that match. And that match, it was against St. Catherine's. The Titans lost the first 2 sets and came back and won 3 consecutive to win the one and only LIS championship in school history. So it's we've seen it here before. That was one of the more exciting sporting events I've ever seen at Trinity. And granted, this is not a championship match, but I think it just goes to show you that it's never over. You got to just keep believing in yourself.
Sherman, I want to ask you, as a coach, you've been in these situations where you're winning, and then your team, loses a point, loses a set. I want you to ask, as a coach, what are you telling your players? We have this, are you telling them, don't back down?
Yeah, I think if I'm Coach White for Collegiate here, obviously the momentum's gone against you, but I would say, girls, when we got off the bus an hour and a half ago, if I had told you we'd be going into the 4th set up 2-1, would you have taken that? Absolutely. So we still have control of the match. We just got to get back to our fundamentals. Because I do think that they were so tight the whole time. They just were playing so well together. Everything, they looked like the dominant team. And then it just, if I'm Coach White, I'm just saying get back to playing how we did for the first 90% of this match. We're still in control, and remind them, we're the better team. Now, I Mr. Hamlin, I'm not saying that Collegiate's the better team, but if I were Coach White, I would be saying that. And based on record, I mean, they do have a better record than the Titans. They did beat Trinity 3-0 earlier this year, so just kind of remind them, we got this. We're the dominant team. We let a few points slip there at the end. That's what I'd be saying. But if I'm Coach Van Huss, I would be saying we are.
We're in this to win it.
Yeah, we're in this to win it. We've come back. We've cut it to 2-1. Now I do think one thing to monitor here is I think Lily Jeanette is feeling that shoulder again, and I'm not sure.
And then something I missed in the 3rd set is that Abby Mayer, she was playing libero for the first, second. I guess she changed 3rd, and now she's back to playing libero for the 4th set.
Yeah.
I don't know if that was maybe they wanted her to play offense 3rd set. I
know she was definitely serving some. So this set will open with Taylor Thompson serving, and Taylor Thompson with a great dig there. And the Cougars take the lead to start the 1st set with Caroline Zandler, and I think that's really big for them coming off of that end of the set where they really struggled, and the Titans got, we think it was 9 straight points for Collegiate. I think it's definitely important for them to take a lead here, and they have. For Trinity, you want to make sure that lead is not too big, and it's now at 2. Yeah, so I thought I must have misunderstood what Lily was trying to tell the trainer. I thought she was saying, my shoulder hurts too much, I think I'm done, and then she subbed right in, so I guess it's not what she was saying.
I think Mark Hall was the one worried there instead of Lily.
Yeah.
I think as the trainer always is more worried than the player.
Yeah, now Titans can't, the other thing I would say if I'm Coach Van Huss is, we can't be satisfied just to have won 1 set.
Yeah.
We're in this to win the match, and Coach Hall has reemerged. That's a nice job by Coffey, and Cougars have really responded well to whatever Coach White told them between the 3rd and 4th set. as they have gathered a 4-0 lead here to begin the fourth set. And another left-handed serve, and that one caught the line. Similar to a couple of those Armstrong serves. And, yeah, early timeout used by Coach Van Huss, but you got to here.
Yeah.
5-0 down. It did seem like the Titans, I think it almost seemed like winning that set, they were, like, satisfied that we've accomplished something. But until you can win, be winning matches
Until
and
you
not be
walk off the
satisfied,
court,
yeah, you can't just be satisfied with we got a set against a team that swept us earlier. That shouldn't be enough to get where they ultimately want to go. So I like the early timeout by Coach Van Huss. As we talked about Friday, a lot of times I'm kind of against an early timeout because I just think you're going to need them later. But this one, it was getting away from them. And if you don't call that timeout now, it could be 10 or 12 nothing, and then it's just too much to climb from. Not to say it couldn't still be that, but I think hopefully for the Titans that doesn't happen.
So we haven't really seen Coach White calling much times out, unless we saw her only call her 2 last set. So we don't really know how she's going to call her timeouts.
Yeah,
It might have been a little risky.
Yeah, I think she would prefer not to call them if she can help it. Good job by Madeleine Fox and Sarah Brown to get that over. And Gabby Chen with a big shot. It's just too much to handle, and Collegiate has certainly responded well to dropping that third set. They have been dominant on the serve of the left-handed serve of Taylor Thompson. That's left.
Yeah.
There.
Thank you for pointing it out there. I might have missed that.
Trinity's got to score a point here. They can't allow it to get into 10 or 12 nothing. Good job by Watkins there. Watkins sets up Dakota Baldwin. Legionette keeps that alive. And Madeleine Fox, great deep shot. It's been a heck of a point. But Coffey ends it, as she's done so often today.
I want to really give credit to Caroline Zander and Coffey there. They were really pressuring Rose to touch that first ball so she can't set it to one of the stronger players to hit that. I think that was really good by the Cougars.
Yeah, that's a good adjustment and a good spot by you, Silvio. That Rose is so great at setting up, at assisting. And yeah, I think Lily is really bothered by that shoulder right now.
Yeah.
You can see, the rest of the team huddled up, and she is still on the bench right now. I think the pain is setting in, and not just the physical pain, but this team and the sport means so much to her. I think that I don't know if she re-aggravated it or she's going to continue to give it a go, but Coach Van Huss may have other ideas here. Yeah, he is going to sub Lily out, and I think
that was not by the wishes of her.
Yeah, it's really, you can just tell though that shoulder coming out off of that that third set was really bothering her. So we'll see if the Titans can
get one on the board here.
Yeah, get some momentum back. There we go. They do a nice job there with the two freshmen with the block. As Mark Hall continues to check on Lily, but and there's that nice left-handed serve by Rose, gets another point, and good job by the Titans. At 8-0 down, it looked rough. Also, we didn't even comment on the fact that Coach Van Huss used his second timeout already.
I totally almost missed that.
Yeah, I mean, so Titans are out of timeouts for this set. Of course, if it went to a fifth set, they would get timeouts in that set. But 3 straight points here. Rosalie Tadigan playing a huge role in all of them. First with the block, and then now 2 points on her serve, that left-handed serve. Ooh, that's a nice shot, though, from Zandler. And that's where you really miss Lily Jeanette's defense on that back line. You can see Jordan Armstrong body language is sort of saying, like, I'm not really used to playing back here too much. And to Zandler's credit, I think she took advantage of that. And now she's going to be serving. Good job by Fox. Great block. Oh, Armstrong did well there. This point's still alive. Miraculous shot. First by Jordan Armstrong, then by Rosalie Tadigan. And then they block Coffee, which has not happened much either. Oh, what a dump. Yeah, that's I love those
Chen
shots.
There,
I mean,
Gabby Chen.
was it Gabby Chen?
Haven't seen many dumps. I think Gabby Chen is doing it all for the Cougars. I didn't realize she
Yeah,
was setting.
That was really a tricky one. And it's now 10-3. Another point for the Cougars. Yeah, I was just looking back at that dump from a couple points ago. It was Taylor Thompson.
Taylor Thompson.
And she's had a great fourth set. As she got them going with 8 points on serve. And then that dump, and now at 12-3, timeout's no longer an option for the Titans. So this is their, one of their leaders and captain, the libero, Lily Jeanette, is out. I mean, it's really time to dig deep. You see on that point, Jordan Armstrong, who's not used to playing on the back line, Madeleine Fox took that one over. That probably was headed for Armstrong, but the senior Fox wanted to take some responsibility. Now Leah Crow is in, and with Fox, another good save. Another good serve, I should say. I was going to say with Fox and Jeanette both out, this young Titan team even younger. Also, junior August Gregory is out, and you're now looking at
it's just sophomores and freshmen.
Yeah,
on the field,
Jordan Armstrong is a junior, but you got 3 freshmen out front, as then the back line 2 sophomores and a junior. So none of the captains on the court currently, and the Cougars are taking advantage. Gracie Gordon, who was really impressive early in the match. We didn't see a ton of Gordon in that third set, which may be part of the reason for the Titans' comeback. Because for me, Gordon's been one of the better players on Collegiate. Gabby Chen, clearly the star, but I think Gordon has been really good too. And now Caroline Zandler, she has got it rolling on her serve. And at 16-3, it's 8 straight points again for Collegiate. That's they have 2 8-0 runs in this half. Make it 9-0 as that shot went long. And I just also think just psychologically, losing Lily Jeanette has had a big role. She's just so much the leader on the court, vocal leader, as well as just with her play. Good job there by Sarah Brown to keep it alive. Chandler Grant back in, and Chandler wasn't able to get that one over, as that's now 10 straight points for the Cougars. And it's up to 18-3.
This is where you think about, the timeout usage so early in the set, maybe affecting, how they play. Maybe even that sub was to even stall out the serve.
I think that may have been a factor, because I think Lily was trying to play through it, and that second timeout might have just been to assess whether she was going to be able to. Lainey Murray has now checked in for the Titans. So now I believe she was the last Titan player who had not yet seen action, but Lainey is in there now. As it looks like Coach Van Huss is just content to let everybody get some playing time here, and I think it's going to be over pretty soon. Great job by Chandler Grant, though, to get down and dig that one. Great job by Leah Crow. It's nice to see these players coming off the bench and contributing. Another good job by Grant. Great dig. Miscommunication from the Cougars as the 2 players ran into each other. And finally, after 11 straight points, the Cougar run is broken.
Over,
And
but,
Chandler Grant was huge on that point with 2 big blocks.
Still want to point out,
digs,
the Cougars are still playing like they are behind. Which some teams that have really good records don't do that. They still have Gabby Chen out there. Some their really big starters are still out there playing.
Yeah.
They aren't slowing down their pace. They're doing
No,
really
for
good.
sure. I mean, I think this is I believe the Cougars' starting lineup is in, although they're now going to make a couple of subs. But, yeah, Coach White taking nothing for granted after they lost the lead in the third set. She wants to close this thing out as soon as possible. And they're
Amelia
5 points away from doing so.
Chen serving now.
Yeah, Amelia Chen serving as Coffee checks back out. That serve goes directly into the net, and Chen's going to check back out. Amelia Chen, that is. Gabby Chen still in. And Campbell Cash is going to check in for Lainey Murray.
Swing server here, see if she can rack up a couple points for the Titans.
Yeah, she's had some effective serves. I don't know if she can put 15 together, which is what it would take to get back to even. Yeah. That was a good one. But Cougars able to get into play, and Gordon, I thought I heard a whistle blow.
Don't know what that was.
Yeah, point to Collegiate there. And we're trying to figure out what the call was.
I'm not sure. Might have been a foot. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I think maybe Titan player may have hit the net. Yeah, looking at it again, Leah Crow hit the net.
Kill by, gosh, Gracie Gordon.
Yeah, Gracie Gordon.
I think one of the first big ones we've seen by her tonight.
Yeah, Gracie Gordon's really good. So while that point was happening, I was watching the previous point, and I think Leah Crow ran into the net, which you cannot do. So Gabby Dunn looking to serve it out here. Good job by Baldwin.
Chen, yeah.
Yeah, sorry. Another great job by Baldwin. Dakota Baldwin has been big on this point, and Titans still fighting.
Nice.
Keep it alive there. Oh, what a shot by Chandler
Wow.
Grant. Left-handed little dump over the net. Chandler Grant playing a big role here late. Great to see the senior
Even getting rid of Gabby Chen serve, I mean, it's a big accomplishment.
Yeah. Gabby Chen, her serve has been such a weapon all day.
Getting Watkins up to serve. She's been able to do some good things with that tonight.
Watkins serve there, trickles over. And back on Watkins left-handed. What a shot. Beautiful kill right into the corner. Caitlin not giving up. She's continuing to play with a lot of energy. I'm sure in her mind, this is far from over.
Yeah.
Great save by Gabby Chen. And Cougars now 2 points away as Gracie Gordon was able to knock that one over the net, and now it's going to be Gracie Gordon to serve. And if she can get 2 points here, she's going to end this thing. Oh, nice serve by Gordon.
Yeah.
It's really flat, difficult serve to handle, and it is match point. And Chandler Grant wasn't able to get that one over, and that will do it. So congratulations to Collegiate. They win it. It was 25-10.
25-10.
25-15.
20-25.
20-25, and then
25-7.
So fourth set was tough for the Titans. I mean, I think some things they can take out of it, some positives were that third set comeback
was really good,
was phenomenal.
Jordan Armstrong was on a roll there.
The serving from Jordan Armstrong showed a lot of resilience in that third set, so that's something to build off of. They lost to this Cougar team 3-0 last month, so to get a set was a good accomplishment, but I also felt like they seemed a little satisfied with getting the set, but I also think the injury to Lily Jeanette sort of threw everything off, because at that time between the third and fourth set when the Titans you would hope would be building off that momentum. I think they were concerned for their teammate and captain, and so not only psychologically what that does, but also just once Lily Jeanette was no longer able to effectively play, you're taking one of the strongest players off the court, and the Cougars took great advantage of that. With Lily's defense no longer out there, it was pretty much a runaway in that fourth set. So still, I think this Titan team is headed in the right direction. You certainly hope that Lily Jeanette is not going to be out long term.
Hopefully,
they had to deal with that earlier this year. And
Mr. Chandler, I want to ask you before we end. Did you have a player of the match by either team?
Well, for Collegiate, it's got to be Gabby Chen.
Yeah.
I just thought she did everything, whether it was her tremendous serve. She had a lot of good kills. She had assists. She had digs. I mean, she just really, like, all the different phases of volleyball, she seemed to have it all. I thought she was the player of the match for Collegiate, although they had some other really good players. I was impressed by Gracie Gordon.
Yeah.
The freshman Caroline Zandler did well. Taylor Thompson did well. Kyla Coffey, who if she got the opportunity to spike it and kill it at the net, was almost automatic. And then for the Titans, I think Jordan Armstrong, I mean, clearly her run was key in winning that third set. So I'd probably go with Jordan, I think, for the Titans. I mean, it's hard to say. Like, Lily, of course, is always impressive, but with her unable to continue in the fourth set was a real difference. But so I'm going with Gabby Chen. How about you?
For Cougars, Gabby Chen and Xander. I think she had some really good plays there.
Yeah.
Caroline Xander. I think Gabby Chen has to take it home for the Cougars. For the Titans, Lily Jeanette, she had some really good play in the third set, second set, as well as Caitlin Watkins. I thought she played really well, especially in the third set. She didn't give up. She had some really, really good hits overall tonight. So this is probably my couple.
Yeah, I agree with that. So Titans will, unfortunately for them, take the L tonight. They are back in action again on Thursday against Douglas Freeman High School. So we won't be at that one, but they'll have a big public school coming in Freeman, so that'll be a different type of a challenge. And then they go on the road for 3 straight before finishing out the regular season at home on October the 28th against Nansemond Suffolk, which is a game I believe we will be broadcasting. So that will be our next time broadcasting here from Estes. The Cougars improved to 12-4 on the season, and Titans dropped to 6-12. But thanks so much for everyone who joined us. The third set was definitely the highlight for the Titan fans. But at the end of the day, congratulations to Collegiate as they get another victory here. They're 7th in a row, and they look to have a lot of momentum as we head toward the postseason. We wish the Cougars luck the rest of the way. And thanks, everyone, so much for joining us. Thank you, Sylvia. I'll be alongside you again on Saturday at football. And thanks to all our viewers. Hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you next time.
Thank you very much.